Oh my God!
Do you know why I put you over?
Because I was at the stop sign for too long?
Yeah, what's up with that? Why was you just sitting there?
I was just waiting for it to turn green.
I feel it's better than running through it. Where you headed?
I'm headed home.
Okay, where you live?
With my parents.
Okay, and where do your parents live?
They live with me.
Okay, and where do you all live?
We all live together.
Okay, so where's your house?
It's next to my neighbor's house.
And where's your neighbor's house?
Ooh, you wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Try me.
Next to my house.
Step out the car, please.
I'm going to jail?
Yep.
Hey, y'all. I'm launching a new coin. I'm a builder. So make sure you support.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but sometimes you gotta learn to let go. You ain't gotta go through all this. Get up and get out of them relationships like that.
Why are you here, bro? Why you worrying about him? You need to find you somewhere to go now.
That's right. Sometimes you gotta walk away. Ain't no need to go through all
And
that.
take your kid too.
You know what I found out growing up totally shocked me? White kids are just as shocked to find out black kids don't talk back to their parents as we are when we hear them talk back to theirs. Because I used to have a little buddy would come over my house on the weekends, little Nate. We'd be in my room playing video games. My mother used to come in the room on us and cuss me out for no reason. Just scare the shit out of both of us, right? We'd be in the room playing Mario Brothers. She'd come kick open the door like SWAT. We on level 4. She just, Harris, how many times I done told you to clean this motherfucking room? Cut that goddamn game off and clean this room. I come back, this motherfucking room ain't clean. I'm gonna take that Nintendo cord, wrap it around your neck and stick it in your ass. Nigga, I ain't playing with you. This ain't no threat. This a promise. Try me, motherfucker. Try me. My white friend would turn to me offended like, dude, what the fuck? She can't do that, man. This is your space. This is your area. She's violating your right to privacy. You should say something. You want me to go say something? I'd be so scared I started talking to him like a slave from Roots, like, you's gonna get me in trouble. I like you, Nate, I really do. But my parents is good black folk that gives me food, that gives me sleeps. Now you get away from around here with that foolishness. Get from here. Oh, Lord, Lord. My mother smacked the shit out the white boy. He turned into me. Wade in the water.
Has there been any big names in crypto that have reached out to you to kind of figure out what's going on, or you know, kind of get a heads up on that?
I'm happy for them to all buy the top. Buy the top, fuckers. VCs, you want in? You can buy with everybody else. You ain't getting nothing special. Influencers, you want in? Fuck you guys. You can miss this boat too. You can buy later. I'm happy if all this fucks miss the boat. If every influencer misses a boat and every VC misses a boat, fuck you guys. We don't need you. We do not need you. X didn't need you, and Pulse doesn't need you, because we can do all this stuff on our own. Let me put it this way. Think about how much money I have, and think about what I could do with that if I choose to. I have a lot of options available to me. So, like, I don't need any of these motherfuckers. I do not.
Yo. What's happening? What's happening, y'all? What's happening? DJ Bomber. Said fire. Fire. What's going on, y'all? Hope all is well. DJ Bomb. Noonie in the building says, Pastor Wonder, one day closer. You know the vibes. You already know, bruh. You already know. Look. What we've been saying? What we've been saying? Does it look like it's a fantasy now? You know, we waiting patiently, as we patiently been waiting, right? Like it's been quite a roller coaster ride. That's why I opened this up with that clip. Gone the roller coaster, but don't keep your eye in the rear view. Don't look behind like that guy did. Look forward. Look forward to a prosperous future, potentially. You know, and you too. What's going on, man? What's going on? Yeah. So I think I saw 92K for BTC. It broke 92,000 buckaroos. Not the PH guy, but 92,000. It broke 92. Folks, you see, a lot of y'all, including myself, like a lot of y'all, we're supposed to be human beings. You know, people forget. People forget. Within the last 2 weeks, this thing raged something crazy. I remember the thing was hovering around 70K 8 days ago. You're talking about something that 20, drop a 20 clip on top of that. Drop 22K on top of the value of this thing, man, in 7-8 days, bro. Like it's nothing. It doesn't care about how people feel. Dr. Moore, I see you. Dr. Moore. How are you? It doesn't, Golden Mike, brother. Doc, Golden Mike. We're going to take this moment out here to appreciate the Golden Mike. Thanks to you, Doc. Appreciate you. For sure. BP Crypto, potentially patient practicing patience. There you go. Potentially patient practicing patience. How about that? The 4 Ps. We got the 4 Ps right now. ATX introduced us to the 5 Ps. Proper preparation protects the preparation of the proper preparation. Potential preparation, potential proper preparation. He introduced us to the 5 Ps, not the 4, the 5 Ps. Proper preparation of the performance, of the protection of the performance, proper preparation. Right? That's not how it goes. Do your research, because you're not getting the alpha from me. And BP Crypto Salute says, patient, practicing patience, patiently patient, practicing patience of the practicing of the patient patience. Come on, man. You can't front on the P's. You can't. BTC just broke 92K like it's nothing, like it's water, like it's like, here you go. This is what it does. This is what these things have done. And many people still don't believe it. They're in utter amazement for great reasons and for not so great reasons. And I'm watching certain things unfold in the community where I'm just like, I don't understand. Like, instead of being happy and excited, folks are upset and angry that BTC is raging. Why? That's the telltale sign. You know, respect the magic. Respect the magic that Bitcoin is doing right now, y'all. This is what Bitcoin does. Let Bitcoin rip. Let it break through the door. Let it rip like it always does. And everything else will follow. And those of us that have been concentrating on what's important to us, positioning ourselves accordingly. Come on, man. You don't think it's going to be our turn? Come on, man. That's how it's worked. Look, Many of us, many, some people probably didn't believe. Like when I used to talk about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, after the last high, all-time high, and after the last bull run, I noticed in my time in doing research, I noticed generally 6 months after every Bitcoin halving, after the previous 3 halvings, this is the 4th one I think we've had. The previous 3 before this one, I noticed that an average of 6 months after the halving, you start to see the beginning signs of a bull run that lasts generally 9 to 12 months. We're seeing the beginning signs right now of the bull run. And if history tells the story correctly, it might last another 9 to 12 months. So what is it that you're going to do now to prepare yourself for that, when you should have had 2-3 years time preparing? Now people are feeling the emotional toil that comes with this. They're feeling it. They're feeling it. Feels good to be a gangster. You're a witness of the fact that the golden mic marked the hex bar. There you go. 100%. I let you tell it, Doc. That's why I say shout out to the golden mic. I remember like it was 1 hour ago. This was what, maybe 2-3 months ago? I remember it like it was 1 hour ago. You marked the bottom. The golden mic marked the bottom. Pause, no diddy. Okay. Facts. It's just unequivocal. There's no refuting. We're not doing those 7-hour unrecorded spaces, hiding what we're talking about because we don't have the heavy testicular fortitude required to stand on our laurels. We're not doing that. The golden mic marked the hex bottom. Facts. No knee. 0.01 PX. Oh, snap. I didn't know that. It's touching 2 cents. See. Look. This is, see. I've been saying it too. Like, we're living through history and it continues to unfold. All the misery and weirdness and stress and entertaining drama that was going on, because it was nothing but entertaining, is pushing us towards maximum gains, potentially. It's pushing us towards the greatness, our personal levels of glory and goals that we want to achieve in this market. 0.09 PX, we're going to see what it's going to do, but I'm not going to fade it. Now of all times, now, you think now I'm going to double back, triple back, and fade Richard Harcourt? Do you think now is the best time to reinforce your non-believing stance in thinking that Richard Hart is a scammer and his coins won't perform well? Good luck. You think now's the time with $92,000 Bitcoin? Oh man. See me no more 514. What's up, man? What's going on, man? Blessings to you too, y'all. Blessings to you too. For sure. Just need a PLS and PLSX not to be on CP time for too long and pull up to the I think we all can can relate to that. We all can relate to that, man. But guess what? This is the thing. I like to think about the other side, the flip side. Hey, those of us we've been here, we've been focusing, doing the best we can, learning, investing, etc., right? we're going to receive what we all deserve. And for some people, they're going to regret, right? And so it's like that winding clock is winding down because time waits for nobody. BTC is not waiting for anybody. So it's making people like all the Bitcoin heads look like genius, especially people like Michael Saylor, who I used to in 2020, I used to listen to. I don't listen to him. I stopped him 4 years ago. They're making him look like MicroStrategy. Oh yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's Meanwhile, you had people like Richard Hart mining this thing at 50 cents per block. 50 cents. A piece of technology that was worth 50 cents per block at the time he was mining it on a computer is over 92K. You want to follow other people, but not listen to the person who's been here for the longest, who doesn't even profess to be a teacher. He just professes to be a giving tree. It's not your money. Don't get scammed, man. I'm the giving tree. You want to see something done? You do it. I know I say these things like that because that's just how I process information. And, you know, I'm foolish. I could laugh too, just like the next person. But when it's about our money, there's very little to laugh about. No one's going to take your money more serious than you. I may not be too fond of, you know, RH's methods and stuff and the way he does things, but if it weren't for him, I wouldn't be here streaming with y'all today. If it weren't for him, I wouldn't be heavily anticipating an abundance of greatness for all of us. If it weren't for him, 100%. You seen how he danced, you know, 2 years ago? The 1-2, the glittery clothes, and the illuminated Louis V bag, the Louis bag. If it wasn't for that guy, I wouldn't be here streaming with y'all talking about what I'm talking about. And glad to do it too. Glad to do it. For real, pull up to the dance, huh? The two-step. Let's get the two-step. Jay, everything in the building. Jay, everything. Gratitude, sir. Gratitude. I know I've talked a lot in the past about creating something with Drake, Jay, everything, and it was on the air, and I've said it. And, you know, I'm an old guy, and I try my best to keep up with what I talk about, and sometimes it's a miserable fail. But Jay, everything, I never forgot the song you made called Gratitude. It is absolute fire to me. I love it. Just like I love a lot of songs, not a lot, but some of the works. I talk about how they attack me. I talk about how they attack me. You don't. I talk about gratitude. Okay, gratitude. We're gonna have some gratitude here. We're gonna be grateful. We're gonna be grateful. Okay, we're gonna be grateful. B Weezy, always B Weezy. You know what? You could always count on B Weezy to be on 10. Anytime you tap in with some B Weezy, the young man is on 10. Look what he said. Look. Shout out to us communists. B Weezy is okay. I'm on the East Coast. On the United States side of things, right? It's kind of, you know what I'm saying, it's about to approach noon. It would take 40 minutes. B Weezy, it's early, bro. It's morning, like, you know what I mean? You on this is what we doing? B Weezy, how we doing this like this, man? He said, shout out to us communists. Whoa. Look, I wasn't born. B Weezy. Look, I personally, I was born into inflation, okay? I was born into a situation where I had to chase profit. Why are you calling me a communist? I was born into this mess where I just came out the gate straw man, indebted to an entity that I'll never shake hands with. I came out a debt slave without even understanding that. And you telling me I'm a communist? Be Weezy, that's not nice. Be Weezy, that's not nice. Okay. I was indoctrinated in these academic camps they call schools, so I could become a proficient worker. To use my body and a little bit of my mind to make my employers rich. I'm chasing myself to chase time, to chase this dollar, because I want to make a profit. And you calling me a communist? Be Weezy, be Weezy, be Weezy, be Weezy. You need some chai tea. You know what I'm saying? You need to meditate on your and congratulations to Be Weezy, because you know you achieved a goal recently. I'm not gonna put it out there, but you know, congratulations. But this communism label, you trying to put the communist jacket on us, bro? How you doing that, bro? Bruh. You gonna try to put the communist jacket on us, bro? Bruh. We gonna break that down though. What you already see, like it, we gonna break that down. We gonna break that down specifically because it's once again, it's these ad hominems. Right? Oh, Maxi, Kotex, labels that they try to put on people to create division when they just don't respect precision. Right? They want to separate. But there's strength and unity in numbers. And I appreciate every single one of my viewers who've rocked with me this whole time, especially when it got thick. When it got thick. When the people were just like, wow, they were reinforcing their stance to try to tear every single person who wanted to support Richard Hart tokens. Just not even Richard Hart tokens. They just want to support holding on to the coins, man. As if that was a bad thing. As if just doing that was a bad thing. But when you push, people gonna push back. When you push against that, when you push against, right, delayed gratification, all these things that built this community up, oh, there's gonna be blowback. They didn't expect the blowback. They thought that they could silence. They thought that we would disappear, fade in the wind. How? Make it make sense. Projecting their own inadequacy and insecurity that they see when they look in the mirror. They try to project it on the internet to make other people who want to still believe in what Hex did, still believe in, you know, seeing the layer 1 blockchain Pulse chain thrive, see Pulse X thrive, and see Inc do what it's supposed to do. You just want to just see that happen. And the majority of the community that supported everything else wants to attack those who want to support the 4 main coins with their baseless rhetoric. And again, I salute everybody who didn't waver. I even salute people who didn't waver and invested in other coins. Who cares? Who cares? It's when you start to talk about breaking people is when I had issue. And ever since then, I've had issue with that. But these people will never acknowledge saying that, because the person that those words, who said those things, the words that uttered, that came out of his mouth, I addressed him directly, and he pretended like he never said it. So ever since then, I drew my own personal line. I drew my line against them and us, or people who believe in what I talk about. Simple. You know, that's why today you're hearing this talk again about communists. It's easy. It's easy to throw insults, right? It's easy to do things, gaslighting, virtue signal. It's easy for that. The bottom line is, bro, bottom line is, they didn't do what Richard did. Bottom line is, many of them are really not even angry at Maxis. They're angry at themselves for being angry at Richard Hart. Right? They got to address those issues. Before you point fingers, right? Before you try to attack everything outward, everything external, they got to go within. They have to look at themselves and wonder why Bitcoin broke 92K. That's what they have to figure out on their own time. Don't blame a damn person but yourself. You know, I hope I'm making sense, because I know many times I don't make sense, but it doesn't matter. Nobody cares. Because I'm trying to introduce rationality into a situation where we see nothing but irrationality. This whole time. And a small group of us kept fighting, and we still fighting and going to continue to fight. Because our future demands that we continue to fight. Our future demands that we don't concede to the agenda, the propaganda of naysayers who don't care about us, who pretended like they did, and they generally don't. They're selfish, they're greedy, and that's cool. They're just showing you what being selfish and greedy looks like. Right? Big Smock in the building. Big Smock. What's going on, man? Things about to get crazy. You already know. I did not know that Robinhood just added ADA, Sol, XRP to. You see? Listen, folks, I remember 4 years ago, yo, we were in the thick of things with the global lockdown. At this time, 4 years ago, we were in the thick of things. They didn't even produce the needles out yet. The needles didn't even come out yet. This time, 4 years ago. Right? Those of us who were aware of what was going on in this community were excited. Post-chain sacrifice, all this, all that. Watching Bitcoin, hover around 60K, give or take, blah, blah, blah. There was a rumor that came out 4 years ago around this time that, somebody in the community decoded a Twitter message that Richard Hart put out, suspecting that Pulse-chain was going to launch November 18th. Richard Hart shot that down. But the whole point of it is, I remember 4 years ago around this time, 4 years, no, I'm sorry, made a mistake. That was 3 years ago, the whole thing with Pulse-chain sacrifice. That was in 21. I'm talking 2020, 4 years ago. Lockdown crazy. No needles came out yet. Needles were coming out in December of that year. Watching the markets do what they do. Watching BTC rising from, a little 12K, 12.5, 13K, 13.5. Oh, yeah. No, there was no talk about Pulse-chain sacrifice. That was a year prior, a year before. Talk about a year before that, 4 years. This is where we are right now, 4 years later. Replicating the same cycle, situation. Right? Because it was the top of 21 with the whole GameStop Robinhood debacle took place. That was like January 21. And look at now, you watching Robinhood put all these coins because they're getting ready. You watching Elon Musk talk to you about some government efficiency troll situation for a meme coin, bruh. His favorite. Like it's nothing. You got DJ academics, like, these mainstream regular schmegular people got no idea, no knowledge of crypto at all, talking about Bitcoin and Ethereum and Doge. Oh yeah, when they talk about it, that's a signal. That's a signal. People, that's a signal. Not sometimes a good signal. Sometimes it's a warning signal. Sometimes a good signal. But that, in a perfect situation, yo, I would have liked to have seen we all do a 5, 6, 7,000x pulse chain side of things, and then to hear once a mainstream voice start talking about some Doge, Elon, Bitcoin, Ethereum. Oh, it's time to make a move. Not financial advice, because it's like, oh, y'all talking about it. Okay, now it's time to do something. Big Smart, good to see you, man. Jay, everything said we're almost there and they're still crying. We're almost there and they're still crying, man. Why? These people embrace this energy that's just weird. Guess what? We'll be there and they'll still be crying. Right? We're gonna experience multiple cycles, and the whole time these people, until they evolve, they'll continue to cry. It's miserable, bro. Why are they crying? 92K. Bitcoin at 92K, man. The change is coming, and then this thing came quick, man. This is different. This is different. Like different. People are scared. They don't even know. They're talking about, oh, this is the last bull market, because you're scared. You don't have conviction. You don't think long term. Last bull market was last of any market, last of life. Absolutely not. Things go on. We don't have the right to act like we know what the future is going to hold. Oh, the last. Get out of here. You're just trying to scare people so they could sell. You're just trying to scare people so they could sell. You could buy more. And then when the market rages, you dump on their heads, man. That's what they're doing, man. That's what they're doing. Doc says BTC over ETH, over all coins. That's how the money. There you go. There you go. And you see, that alpha is not respected, though. That's too basic, Doc. Bitcoin over Ethereum over all coins is too basic. That's too simple. It can't be that simple. It can't be that simple. BTC over ETH over all coin. Can't be that simple. Can't be that simple to have just held BTC. It couldn't have been that simple to just held Ethereum. No, couldn't be that simple to hold all coins that are, better than Bitcoin and Ethereum put together. It's too simple. Too simple. So I'm rhyming according to here. So only a matter of time before our ecosystem will right there. You only a matter of time, man. Only a matter of time. And let me say this too. Because there's some communities, then I'm not gonna say some communities. There's a community that I see that's been on Pulse Chain, and they created their own situation, and it's not who you think I'm talking about. I never talked about this community. Right? And I could see they were mature enough. They were mature enough to not downplay the core coins. They launched their coins and they're not downplaying the core coins. They actually even understand, had the foresight, and the intelligence, the emotional intelligence alone to understand, we waiting for Pulse to do what they have to do. Because once Pulse, right, Hex, all that, the 4 coins do very well, they'll do well too. And that I give credit to. But I'm not going to talk about it because I know many people listen and run to it. That's why I don't talk about other things. But I have crypto in places that I forgot. That's true. That's real. I didn't just fall into cryptocurrency 3-4 years ago. And I still hold crypto in places I forgot. But a lot of people would believe, oh, it's just RH Max. RH, nothing. I'm not going to speak about things because then when you go and find it and then you get scammed and then you probably heard it from me first, who are you going to blame for your bad experience? Me. I'm not putting myself in that boat. I'm not putting myself in that light. And that's some of the things that these fake, immature, infantile, childish, grown-ass men, children, these grown-ass adults can't get it together and understand that. can understand that. That's why people like me. First, I could only speak about me. That's why I don't talk about other coins. I don't talk about other coins. I don't have the time and the interest to. I did it in the past. It didn't work out well. So you think I'm going to keep doing something, looking for a different result, moving forward in the future? Absolutely not. Not at your expense. And I don't care about anybody's allocation. This is another problem. A lot of these builders, they created projects, they created other things, right? And want to talk about, oh, you need builders, you need builders, you need builders. No, the problem is I'm not going against needing builders. I agree you need builders. Build good things and don't scam and rug the people, right? But a lot of y'all do favors for others behind the scenes, right? People you like, people you're cool with. You throw them a bag. You throw them some money with some expectation in right? Ensue something, because there's nothing for free in life. They're fake, y'all. A lot of them here who started elsewhere, they came here and act like they've been around since 2017. Can't tell you anything that was going on in 2017, but they act like they've been here. And will tell you, oh, you closed-minded. They'll tell you that, your voice alone, you toxic, because you're not talking about what they're shilling. You're not talking about what they're selling, because if you were, they would probably pay you for it. But see, I'm a person, I don't compromise who I am. I don't need your money. I don't need your attention. I don't need your fake accolades. I don't need your bag to then have something over me. Right? And say, oh, wait a minute, we got him. A lot of people got caught up in that. They will never publicly say it though, but you see how things unfold. You see how things, right? What happens on the blockchain, and you see how people, they give themselves away, in other words, because they talk all the time. They use social media to connect with people. They use social media to bolster their presence, to tell you what they're doing, right? To sell you something. They're using social media as a platform to sell you something. So when you buy into it, now it's up to you to wait and see if you reap the rewards or not. And most of the time you don't, but you gave them your money. And if they see that you cool, they throw you a little something. It's like recruiting, right? They're trying to, see who's who they can align with, who they could trick, who they can bring into their circle. They dangle all kinds of carrots and gifts and donations and all that in front of you. Money moves things. But if you're not strong within yourself, right, you'll bite that carrot and then pay for it in many other ways, because they got you. You went through the crypto nori doors. You went through the crypto nori doors. You went through a situation where you didn't have to compromise yourself, and that's what you did. We see it in the entertainment industry where people sell their souls for $1 or a little bit of recognition and popularity. We've seen it. What makes you think it's different here when you're dealing with human beings? Or maybe they're not human. Maybe they're dealing with some type of wicked, wretched spirits, right? Housed in a human vessel, housed in some type of, right, human body. But they're really demons. They're not even wolves in sheep clothing. They're wretched, putrid existences called, negative entities housed in human bodies, trying to shield you something, pretend that they're your friend, smiling at you. Meanwhile, they're drawing everything out of you, and before you know, you got nothing, and they got everything. A lot of them they got their gains already. A lot of them are mad at Richard because, they depend on Richard to pump everything, y'all. But couldn't be 100 with the people from the gate. You got good tools. Okay, we understand we need the marketing to allow this to be known, and so that this tool can receive the recognition. People could utilize whatever's good that's working here. You need the marketing. A lot of people here, they overdid it. They did it in a way where the marketing, all this marketing that was done, You would think if other communities did that thing, you see other communities come out of nowhere and they got a presence all over the place. I remember I see a blockchain recently came out of nowhere within the last 3 months. Everybody talking about it. Over here, Hex, all this stuff been going on for 5 entire years and still can't get a quarter recognition or respect or press that something else that came out in the last 6 months has gotten. Why do you think that is, right? People got to go back to the drawing board. Oh, no, that didn't work, and start all over again. Embrace people who really understand what this marketing thing is and how it works. There's some people that are gifted in this thing, man. Because you could have a great piece of product, great piece of technology. If no one knows about it, it's worth nothing. Because no one's using it. No one believes in it. Over here, we try to believe in something that's supposed to be flawless uptime. Not even supposed to be. Every day, UTC, cha-ching. If you're staking, it's cha-ching. Every single day. 00 UTC without fail, right? Cool. Cool. But y'all put all the weight, 99% of the weight on one man to make you receive whatever perceived gains you think you're entitled to. You let the weight fall on him, even though he doesn't take onus, but everybody understands and wants to have the opinion. It falls on one person who has constantly said, I don't work for you. You want to see something done, you do it. Right? Doesn't want to pass any leg of the how we test. Doesn't want to pass any category of the how we test. Y'all depend on dude. Openly and publicly said things like outlandish claims. Not only are you hurting yourself, you don't even care. Because many people, they'll say they'll dump Hex till infinity, as long as their Hex stakes last, because they can't do it till infinity. Oh, I got thousands and thousands of t-shirts I'm dumping on everybody. This is the negativity, the negative energy that these people exalt. So you're trying to hurt the product on purpose? You're trying to hurt the man who created the thing on purpose? You're trying to hurt the community on purpose? And still call yourself what? Being a noble human being? What is that? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, people. This is where we are. This is where we are. They trust, they only, it's all about, okay, this, that, this, and that. You left everything on the shoulders of one person, right? You don't even care if the thing is a better Bitcoin. You don't even care if the thing, flawless uptime. You don't even care if, it got audited 3 times. You don't even care. Or you get penalties. You get the rewards when people end stake, or emergency end stake, and penalties. Half goes to the OA, half goes to the stakers. You don't care about none of that. You don't care. You're just greedy and you're dependent, wholly, emphatically dependent. And they didn't say that. At least the people were real in the beginning, right? They hold liquid. They weren't staking. They were holding liquid, waiting to dump. Because that's your right. You could dump, man. You could dump. People are making this exit liquidity seem like it's something like everybody's exit liquidity at some point. It's just a market. People buy, sell. Somebody buys, somebody loses. Somebody buys, somebody sells. Somebody sells, someone buys. Like, it's just the nature. These people here try to use propaganda to throw you off your game mentally, so you can become emotionally charged, so you become afraid, literally afraid, and be like, oh, I'm out of here. Let me make a mistake. Don't even know how to be good supportive, like real support, and be loyal. If you're gonna support, if you know a situation is working a certain way where it seems like one man, where it seems like one human being is responsible for helping you change your life, the least you can do is be respectful. If one person, you thinking you can't even prove it, but let's say benefit of the doubt, one person help you achieve a certain lifestyle, or the least you can do as a human being is be loyal and respectful. These people haven't shown that. And look at the mixed messages it shows people who coming in after, second generation, second wave of people coming in, or the third wave that people are going to come in and moving forward in the future, right? What message? What signal? Like I said before too, the hex alerts, pulse alerts. We would see how, how many hexes are being staked, how many units of hex will be staked. Hundreds of millions were staked for short periods of time versus 15 years, versus 10 years, versus 5 years. People are staking hundreds of millions of hex, 450 million hex, 10 days, 6 days, 2 months, 60 days, 30 days, 9 days, 11 days. All that, like, yo, what's that? The math isn't mathing. While life is lifing, if you got 450 million hex units, you could just, where's your conviction? Push that thing out, but they're not doing that. Whoever has that, right? How many people can buy 450 million a clip today like that? A billion hex just like that on the market. Can it even be bought today on the market? Just like, it's not even, you know what I mean? They say, oh, there's some whales here. Well, I'm not talking about Owe. Owe is the Owe. I don't know about some Owe, Shmoe, Owe, descendant, daughter accounts, cousin accounts, adopted, orphan account. I don't know about none of that. I'm looking at things from like what you see on right? Mixed messages. They got salty. Them people got salty, man. This man helped change your life, yo. However it happened, right? Because nobody could prove nothing. He said it. Think about how much money he got. The man who used to mine Bitcoin 50 cents per block. Think about 50 cents per block, yo. Think about how much money he got, right? 50 cents versus 92K. That's one token, one coin, yo. He was mining them Johns at 50 cents. Think about how much money he got and what he can do. Anybody coming into this foray, into this space, right? With those kinds of, right, with that level of resources, brevity, proposition, resources, wealth, heavy bags. Anybody else can do that? No. You got other people who come in who purport to be this and are mad, and that's why people are pulling receipts. Like when you welcome people back, right? When you welcome people back that did questionable things, the internet will never let you live that down. They'll always remind you of questionable things that you've done, especially in crypto, especially dealing with money online, and you want to come back to the community. The internet will remind you of why you are suspect. You'll always have somebody welcome you back. You'll always have somebody give you the fair, benefit of the doubt. But then you're always going to have people who are going to remind you of the foolishness. Starting from, Satoshi Nakamoto, who nobody knows, starting from Richard on down, Vitalik on down, Hoskinson on down, Justin Sun on down, Dan Larimer on down, Charlie Lee on down, all these people on down. Reggie Middleton on down. Duquan on down. Mashinsky on down. The other dude, SBF, on down. Like, you know what I mean? Like Changpeng Zhao on down. The list goes on. Gemini twins on down. The list goes on. So what makes you different? But you're going to call people communists because it's easy to say things like that. It's easy to take that route. It's easy. Meanwhile, you shady. You're looking at you just shady. I don't care what the story is. Everyone has a story. Everyone. And then want to hide behind certain ideal, certain morals and principles. It don't work. Because people didn't forget. Everybody's here to make a buck. Everyone here trying to make money. Sure, it's how you make it though that matters to me. How you get to it, it matters to me. You know, everyone has an agenda. Everyone has their own personal plan and how they're gonna win. How you get there is what matters, man. In my opinion. Exangelo says, Mr. Wonder, with hard facts as always. Appreciate you, Exangelo. Appreciate you. Rolando. And USA hasn't even started buying his Bitcoin. There you go. There you go. See? Over 93K. You see? Y'all got me rambling for 45 minutes and this thing went over 93K. Like, this is what I'm, see? Okay, this is, y'all, check this out, man. This is where it separates the mice from the men, right? Let Bitcoin rip, allow it to rip, allow it to break numbers, melt faces. 100%, because we know what it means for everything else. When Richard Harcoin start pumping, y'all, we're going to see how committed these haters are in holding on their non-Richard Harcoins. We're going to see. We're going to see. Because FOMO is a dynamic, is a phenomenon, is an emotion that's very hard to overcome if you are not balanced, if you don't have self-control, yo. And people are experiencing FOMO as we speak. Throughout the industry, throughout the world. 93K? Are you serious? They're dumping whatever they had conviction in and chasing, literally chasing green candles because they don't want to lose out. Exhibiting what did the gentleman call from the former Federal Reserve chair, Ben Bernanke? Was it Bernanke? Irrational exuberance. Doing everything backwards. Doing everything backwards. What you should have been doing is not what you should be doing now, right? They're chasing the green. Meanwhile, January of last year, this thing was hovering around under 20K, 16K. And it wasn't good. It wasn't popular to acquire it then. December 2022, what, 15K? January 23, 16K, give or take. November 24, 93K. Even though we understand Bitcoin, relatively speaking, is old technology, even though we understand all the rhetoric that exists out there, but may it pump to beyond the heavens, because we know what that means for the rest of the entire industry. May it continue to soar beyond the heavens within the next several months, because we always know this is what people don't respect. They don't respect cycles. What goes up has to come back down. So it ain't going to go up forever. Understand that, folks. But this moment that y'all feeling, this moment of exhilaration, that's just the tip of the iceberg, y'all. This thing lasts months. Prepare yourselves. Prepare. And don't forget the nonsense that you've seen of the people do here to throw you off your path. Okay? Because I understand many of y'all fell for the tricks and of the scams that these people have launched within the last year and a half. I understand it. And it's no judgment. It's people are going to do what they're going to do. People are going to do what they're going to do. But don't forget the mistakes that you've made. Honor and respect the mistakes that you make, because there were lessons there for you to learn, to draw from. That if you don't take heed, you're going to be doomed to repeat them again. A lot of these people that profess to be leaders in this community fell short. It's not a lie. It's more than an observation. It's an absolute fact. You fell short in trying to help do good things, etc., etc., You falling short. You fell short and you're still falling. It's just the real. That's just the truth. You can't share the same sentiment, and with the founder. He's playing a different game. You thinking, oh yeah, in the meantime, while daddy's away, the mice will play. Sack Daddy, all this stuff y'all got going on, these terms you created. And meanwhile, Sack Daddy helped you change your life. And you can't even give him some respect. It's just nothing but admonishment, disrespectful energy, insults the whole time, sideways, and then welcome back people who've also been disrespectful to Richard, who's also been antagonizers, who's also been absolute haters. Is documented. People already plastering screenshots on X, on Twitter, even though, whatever, but it's there. People don't learn how to read the room. You got to put yourselves in someone else's shoes to understand another person's perspective better. I've learned that as a child. It's no different now. You have to learn how to read the room. If you want a community of people to support you and rally behind you, right? And lend you their power, lend you their attention, lend you their energy, you have to understand how to read the entire room, read the energy, read the people, not just listen like you. It's just all about you and everyone else is secondary. No, you want to connect with the people. You want to connect with something that you call in a community. Become one with the community. Understand what's going on in the community. Understand the different views. Understand the different perspectives. If that's the role that you choosing to take. It's not easy, but this is what y'all want. These people who profess to be leaders. You want to lead, learn how to follow. Learn how to tap in with the people who you supposed to you trying to extract some kind of energy from them while you lending them your energy at the same time. It's symbiotic, right? Right? This is it's supposed to be a working situation going on over here. Because when you fail to connect with the people, you'll create a disconnect for yourself and not understand why anything you do will not achieve the success that you're looking for. You'll just become a miserable fail. And if you keep blaming everyone else for your shortcomings, you miss the mark every trip, every single time. It's not hard. It's not hard. That's why we've heard the term narcissist being thrown around like crazy. Not about Richard. I'm talking about everybody else. You're not tapped in. You think you have information that's going to help the world? Well, connect with the people that you're trying to help because you chose to put yourself in that role. No one put you in that role. You did. Self-proclaimed leaders. Leading where? Leading who to what? Where? Off a cliff? You think I want to believe that most people in crypto are bad? Absolutely not. I don't want to believe that. I don't want to believe that. Most people in crypto just are negative, wicked people, evil. No, I don't want to believe that. That's akin to me believing that, crypto is a microcosm of the macro. The people in crypto, right? It's a small snapshot of what the bigger picture looks like. That's what I want to believe, right? And I want to believe in the macro, in the grand scheme of things, there are more good people out here than bad. But when you're caught up in some situation, you're trying to be good, your intentions were pure, even though the road to hell was paved with good intention. You talk all this talk and you keep missing the mark, it's time to change up. It ain't everybody, it's you. Improve. Do a self-check, self-reflection, introspection, whatever you want to call it. Take a moment and really go back to the drawing board, personal for you. Stop thinking about everything external and go within. Think about your strengths. Think about things that you did that messed people up, how people got hurt in the community, how you're leading people astray because you want to be a leader. You're leading people astray and the people are telling you, been telling y'all. All y'all who self-proclaimed leaders and founders and this and that and that and this. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. With great power comes great responsibility. These things are not absent. They're not empty concepts, arbitrary words and terms. That's why people are holding their feet to the fire. Let something go wrong. It's instant problems, conflicts here and there. That's why they're holding people open, right? That's where you get to a point where when you miss the mark like that repeatedly and think it's everyone else's fault, somehow life is going to show you otherwise. That's what we got going on over here, man. You want to be respected? Exude respect. Give respect. The minute you show disrespect, what do you think you're going to receive in kind? Right? When people grandstand and you got nothing to stand on, you grandstand. But if you have something to stand on, that's a different story. But when you grandstanding, acting like you beating your bird chest, acting like you that guy, you the woman, you the person that got all the secret sauce and that and this and that. And then when that falls short, then what happens? You got to deal with this ongoing battle that you created because you didn't tap in, you didn't connect with the people properly. You didn't know how to read the room. And the room is growing. It's 93K BTC. You don't think people are going to come and see and look and see what's going on in crypto and then find DeFi and see what's going on in DeFi and then find Pulse-Chain and see what's going on in Pulse-Chain? The room is growing. Instead of being universal, you want to be impartial and narcissistic and egotistical. Talk about communism. What communism? What? What is socialism? Spell it. What the hell y'all talking about, bruh? You're not making anybody move anything anywhere, any needle anywhere, unless the person is just that fragile. Supposed to be adults here. As men, where's the emotional intelligence taking place here? And this is a broad situation we're talking about. That's why I'm not specific in anything, but this thing applies across the board. Because just in the last 24 hours, I got exposed to like all kinds of issues going on in different communities. I was like, yo, for real? Y'all falling apart like that? Still? Now? While BTC doing its thing, you falling apart now? Again? You're not built for this, man. Why are you making the adage true of you not going to make it? Why are you living that out? Why are you allowing people to help you live that out? You made it easy. You giving up. Why are you giving up? Came here this long, this far, and you're going to fall apart now? You probably have a valuable story to tell with another person in your life who you care about. A valuable story to tell, your experience and what's happening with you in this journey. That's probably going to potentially help somebody else's life. You're going to give up? Y'all are crazy, y'all. And I put myself in that whole situation. I'm crazy too. But being in this DeFi space, wretched, crazy, corrupt, intangible digital soil, battling. I don't even know what I'm battling anymore because there's nothing to battle really. I just engage in weirdness and try to dispel funky ideas and thoughts. Because people in my normal, regular life would not know how to even decipher what we go through over here. So yeah, I throw myself in that. We all crazy. For sure. Makes no sense. Be careful, people. Like they already put out like we hearing somebody, like I said yesterday in the other stream, somebody trying to come back, not even trying to come back, it's just welcome back. Where you were gone. Cool. Because you can't gatekeep. That's an example. That's an example to show y'all. In a decentralized space, nobody can be kept from participating in anything because it's decentralized. Nobody. You can't stop anybody from doing anything. They make the mistake because people are so punch drunk. They crave so much attention because they allowed social media to engineer their inner workings, right? To tap into certain sensibilities so that they become enthralled with wanting to receive attention from strangers to validate who they are and say, okay, I'm successful in this arena in life and I'm coming back into this space and I'm opening my book of glizzies to show you the tokens I'm going to invest in. Look at me here, feed into me, fuel, give me the fuel that I need, which is your attention. When you give these people your attention, they got you. They got you. We gave a lot of people undesired, unnecessary amounts of attention. They didn't deserve it. This is why a lot of times the blessing that we received as far as these quote unquote free airdrops, yeah, depending on how you look at it, sure. Sacrifice received the free airdrops, but the curse was the actual community. The community actually became the scourge so far to Pulse Chain, starting with how not everybody, but the majority of people went wayward and started attacking the central founder of all this. Missed the mark by doing that, y'all. Missed the mark. And even he displayed some sense of humanity, even though I didn't agree with it, but he displayed some sense of humanity this summer by issuing a tweet asking the people in the community to help somebody else who was locked up in jail in some island somewhere. He didn't have to do that. Wasn't the best move because he didn't read the room properly, in my opinion. He didn't read the room. He didn't keep a finger on the pulse, pun intended, on the temperature of what's going on in your own community. Sure, lend a lifeline. I get it. Nothing wrong with that. But like also, you want to talk about optics and the visuals, it look crazy. But we're imperfect. And it shows me that he's human. It's cool. Okay. That's cool. Somebody you chopped it up with, somebody you cut a rug with, someone you took pictures with, right? In the community who was at the time heavily promoting Hex, sure. In trouble, jail, in the clink. Hey, guys, this and that, this person might need your help. All right, showing a little sense of humanity. But the majority of the community, again, 95% of the community went inward and attack him and try to vilify this whole chain. And at the same time, you try to vilify the whole chain, you go elsewhere, but you're still coming back to the chain. You're still on this chain. Meanwhile, you're talking shit about Richard. You're talking shit about his coins, but you're still on Pulse. Because you know this is where it's really at. You know this is where it's really at. All of y'all that's going on Ethereum right now, how them fees looking? Because Ethereum is where it started all this too. We're not gonna shade Ethereum in that sense where we're gonna forget about Ethereum. Ethereum got us to where we are today. But the fees are atrocious. And a lot of y'all that exalted Ethereum within the past year because you got some project over there that built a community of how many 20 plus projects over there. How them fees looking? You were euphoric. You get your moments of euphoria, maybe a 30-day period, maybe a 60-day period. But then reality hits. Reality hits like it's hitting y'all now. From the founder on down to the newest person who got into whatever projects they got going on. How's Ethereum treating y'all? We understand Ethereum is the first chain. Everything else EVM related are just bastardized blockchain children. We understand that. First chain to introduce a smart contract to the world. We get that. But how them fees looking? Huh? This talk y'all got going on about hyperdeflationary. This is let it burn, burn Usher confessions. This is my confession. All that stuff, you got that energy y'all got going on, euphoria, until the thing gets pulled from under your feet where you're like, I'm not saying you're getting rugged, but I'm saying the prices of you doing transactions are not sexy at all. How why are we here? Why did Pulse Chain? Why is And the crazy thing about Pulse Chain too, when the bull market does rage, you think the Pulse Chain prices are not going to go up too, as far as fees, but be minuscule compared to where Ethereum is doing now. I try to do something on Ethereum today. A little crumb. Give me my little $15. You know how much they charge? 75 gas fees. It's not sexy at all. Not comfortable at all. And y'all telling me, oh yeah, that's with a volume. Because you started, sir, with RH. Give credit where it's due, but no, you're embittered. A year ago, a handsome amount of Hex OGs went over there and kept it secret too, until one person had the gumption, had the courage to just open it up and say, nah, bruh, a lot of your favorites over here are over there. You want to tie in your operations with numbers and numerology. Oh yeah, because you're numbers, numerology. Who started the whole numbers thing? At least I'm not saying who started in life, but when you talk about this community and some 55 and some 369, where'd you get the idea? Where'd you get the inspiration from? But you will never give credit to where it's due. You never give credit to where it's due. 369, break it down, y'all. Break it down. Go do the deep dive. All y'all that it's numbers and all that. Gematria. It's game theory, baby. 55, gematria, numerology, and this and that, and then that. All that good stuff. Where were you inspired by? Yeah. 369. Oh, well, I like those numbers. My favorite numbers. Oh, I wonder why. And then a lot of y'all so disrespectful. You didn't understand. Dude birthed y'all. You want to talk about Sag Daddy? He birthed a lot of y'all. Y'all just went wayward. You're embarrassing. You're embarrassing Richard. A lot of y'all, learned a lot from Richard. He birthed y'all in crypto because a lot of the things you talk about, you drew from him. Period. Oh, you don't like the staking because Richard Hart, the Hex staking, this and that. Oh, but you don't like the long term because Richard Hart and this and that. Everything you refer back to Richard, he birthed you. You can't even respect him being your Sag Daddy for real. You can't even do that and show humility, in other words. Because if you're helping people win and eat, that's noble. That's noble. But you fall short because you want to double back. and be capricious, arrogant, fake humility. You know, you got nothing, know nothing about humility. Having achieved a quarter of the success he has. But want to say some weird stuff and talk about, oh, Ethereum, there's volume over on Ethereum. How the prices on Ethereum looking for you? Yeah, there's volume. Yeah, when you see moves are happening on Ethereum, yeah, because it's heavier. It's been out 9 years and it's costly as F to conduct transactions on there. That alone should tell you something. And then again, these guys over here, folks, like y'all be trying, and I don't know what it is. Like y'all be trying to connect communities, different chain. You be trying. I see you trying, man. More than what I'm doing. I don't care because I'm content with what I'm doing. I see y'all trying. Dudes disrespected y'all. They disrespected y'all still trying and this and that. And it's just like lackluster, meager results because it's 93K for Bitcoin. Nobody cares about what we got going, you know?
Hey, yo, I'm launching a new coin. I'm a builder, so make sure you support.
Oh, yeah. I've been waiting on your little pretty ass. Little chocolatey ass. What your name is right now, bad boy? Love. Well, we about to make love. And then we gonna change your name back to Diddy. Cause then we gonna Diddy. Then we gonna change your name back to Puffy. Cause that's what you gonna be when we done Diddy.
I like that.
Hold on, you ain't supposed to like it.
I like what you're talking about.
I don't like it if you
I
like
hate scrambling and scraping. That's a lot. I like that. I like you.
Guard?
I ain't locked in here with you, playboy. You locked in here with me.
Hey, no Diddy, bro.
And grab that baby roll over there and lather up.
Lather up?
Thought I told you that we won't stop.
Man,
Thought I told you that we won't stop.
It was 2 days after Thanksgiving, and this girl from Tinder hit me up, and she's like, come over. And of course I did. So I'm sitting there. She invites me over. She sits me down on this oversized bean bag that she had. First red flag. Then she was like, hey, what's up? Okay, so mind you, dude, like I said, it was like a day or two after Thanksgiving. So I'm eating Thanksgiving leftovers, and I'm having Thanksgiving leftover farts and everything. I mean, it's bad. So I get to her house. I'm laying on the bean bag. She starts topping me up. And then I'm like, okay, this is normal. This is cool. And I start pushing on her head. Come on, baby. Let's go deeper. And she goes like this, takes my hands, bah, bah. And she goes, that's the funny thing about guys. Grabs my legs. They always think they're in control. And fucking throws my legs. I mean, I'm telling you like this. She was like, and I was like, ma'am, what are we doing? And she just started eating my fucking ass, bro, just going to town on that shit. And I didn't shower. I mean, nothing, man. And I'm telling you, that was probably the kinkiest experience I ever had. Anyways, dog, I gotta go. I'll see y'all later.
I mean, y'all crazy, man. I mean, what, 93K. I don't even know how much the thing costs now. I don't even know. Doesn't matter. I'll let it's just a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. Get ready. Imperator, I see Imperator 118 said, yeah, Kurt, I'll be honest, bro. I'm heated. That fell for it. I'm heated. That fell for it. All my fault. I mean, listen, man, no judgment. No judgment. It's just, we learn. That's how we learn. Reggie wondered, yeah. Oh, for sure. Middleton, Veritasium. Sure. Do I? Do I? All those other projects that had sacrifices. Christopher Davis says, sacrifice the person on the price tree. Exactly. And this is what we've seen. We've seen that take place too. I was mentioning that the other day. We've seen how when in January, when the prices reach SAC and went a little bit above SAC, people dump. And maybe that energy, I don't know if that's going to continue, but as I expect it to continue because people are going to sell. Even to this day, people are, they're almost like folks are, I guess, maybe exhausted, right? It's taking a toll on people and they want to get out. And cool. But those of us who stay, we reap the rewards. Those of us who stay, we reap the rewards. If you can't hold on to crypto, you don't need to be in crypto, period. B. Weezy said the government has now used Doge for one of the departments. Yeah. I mean, that type of press is crazy. You see, 4 years ago when Elon issued that tweet, he made the whole internet memes situation go upside down, flipped it on its head. Because right after Doge, I think Shiba Inu, I remember January, Shiba Inu at 1 Satoshi, like 9 or 10 or however many zeros in 1 Satoshi, yo. 1. Man, that thing broke records. The Danielle Moore, I see you. But yeah, you got a government thing, entity in honor of it. DJ Cryptomatic says common sense with the communism, right? Buffalo Hard, I see you, man. They wonder, but yeah, to be grateful for life's hard knocks, to appreciate the better times. 100%, man. Good to see you, Buffalo Hard. Long-time supporter. DJ Cryptomatic says Novogratz was just on Bloomberg TV. Exactly. That's when you know. Where's that other guy that's always talking? I forgot his name. He's always on those shows. Morning Joe. What's his name? Pompliano or something like that. Him always talking these Bitcoin maxis. Once you start seeing them talk, man, look at 500K, this and that. After the election, man, people just are like, yo, buy. Like, that's it. After the election, look, 8 days later, look at what we're dealing with. 93K Bitcoin, bro. 93. 4 years ago, I was telling somebody about Bitcoin when it was hovering around 12K. They looked at me so bizarre. They looked at me like they didn't understand what the hell I was talking about. They thought I was grifting them when I was talking to them about, hey, pay attention to this coin right here, man. Just for whatever it's worth, learn about it. Learn about crypto. Watch what this coin has done and what it does and what it can do, right? 12K. They were like 12,000. That's a lot, man. Like, and they looked at me with it. I'm like, yeah, but you're not afraid. You gainfully employed, got a family. Wouldn't think about, just do your research. I'm not telling you to buy anything. It doesn't help me if you buy this. Doesn't help me. Like a good year later, every time I saw the same person, they looked at me with a weird look because the whole FTX debacle, 2 years later, the whole FTX debacle in 22 and all this weird stuff, right? So they were like, wonder you scam. You talking to me about a scam. Today, 93K. And I've had my moments where I would, again, go on and communicate with people in the past and be like, see what I'm talking about? I've had that, but I'm not even doing that anymore. I'm not. There's no point because they still don't get it. They won't get it either. They won't get it. I think it's out of reach. I spoke to a person, older person than me, an elder of mine. Remember, like 21, I think it was 21. Bitcoin was on its way to all-time high that year, like 60, 65K, blah, blah, blah. We're talking, chopping it up, talking. Bitcoin drops all the way down, 30K, 25. Did it be? Yeah, 25K, this and that. He was like looking at me strange. And I'm telling him, yo, what goes up comes down, man. It's not a rap. He's just traditional with it. Older guy, traditional, loves his stocks, bonds, 2-3 years ago. Now 93K. Don't talk to me. Like, that's how I feel. Like, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me now, bro. Like, I mean, don't talk. Like, that's how it's gonna. That's the energy. Because I'm like, look, he older guy, so I'm not. It's not personal. It's just like I don't want to get in these conversations with people, bro. In real life, it's already weird and trying to explain stuff when people think you got scammed. You know what I mean? People think you got scammed. You know. Give up. I'm not talking. I'm not wasting my time doing that. Not wasting my time doing that. A lot of people, unfortunately, so far in this community, even with all the stuff that, you know, has been out there, people still got scammed. They got exposed. You can't save everybody. You can't. And sometimes I think what I do when I talk is try to educate or share, not even educate, because I'm learning. I'm sharing from my perspective, you know, bringing awareness to, you know, being aware. But don't fall for the okie doke people. I see somebody who's just, you know, coming back, bro. They're coming back and they're being welcomed back. And it's like, there's just cabal energy, y'all. Don't fall for the okie doke, y'all. Don't fall for the okie doke. No matter how much money somebody will have, does not mean anything in the grand scheme of things, y'all. Oh, I got all this money, this and that, this money, this and that, this money, this and that. You got all this money doesn't mean you happy. Because you got all this money, you're coming back into a community. The community is giving you pushback and you calling the community communists. And this is the person who's supposed to be super successful. Right? What example you showing me? You know, like the approach should be like, who advised these, where these people come from? You know what I mean? Like, based on your behavior in the past, people are expressing their thoughts today, stemming from the behavior you presented in the past. And your first retort, or not even your first, but your rebuttal is communist. You're expressing to people that they're not going to make it in the first 2 years with Pulse Chain, Pulse Chain launch. You expressing to people that you hope that you wrong, that was your motivating spiel, that was your motivating talk to help people what? Become successful? And you telling people that you still going to be around, meanwhile you disappeared for a great 2 years, disappeared, and not understand the negativity or the pushback that you get based on what you've done or what you said on publicly threatened RH publicly, and not understand how people are just not too receptive. And you're coming back, people, I don't care about what you got going on or anything like that. Nobody cares. People tie you with dumping 130 billion tokens. Like nobody cares about whatever you working with, bro. Who are you? You know what I mean? Like, and it's the same sauce for everybody, equal opportunity. And this is another thing, right? This is another thing. Black Wonder. Wow. Black Levin in the building says YOLO Wonder. What's up, Black Levin? Mango Juice says, the Great Awakening. There's another thing. I don't understand something, and I don't understand what some of y'all do this. I get it, but I don't get it. And this is what I'm talking about. Like, when you go on these spaces on Twitter, first of all, before I say what I'm about to say, Where are the new content creators at? The genuine content creators who just want to be real and express themselves and talk about what they like, and as far as not be like some weird crypto mainstream shillfluencer. I'm talking about like regular schmegular who's in Pulse Chain, who understands what they're dealing with. Just turn on the camera on a device and talk, people. Those of you who are itching to create and contribute, scratch that itch, yo. Do something. Turn on the camera. Do something. Anything, whatever. Enjoy yourself. Create. Enjoy. Be imaginative. Have fun with this whole. This is fun to me. I don't see this as grueling and daunting. I enjoy this. I just have to leave pretty soon. This is the only thing. Like, I wish I had a lot more time to do certain things and, launch a donation phase for my eyeglasses. I still need my eyeglasses because they charging me an arm and a leg, thousands of dollars for some eyeglasses with the medicine I didn't. And the bull market hasn't really surfaced yet. It's surfacing. 93K Bitcoin is surfacing, so the money's coming. So I digress. But the people who y'all got to come through, like build, create, like not build us so some weird building code, not that. I'm talking about express yourself. If you're a creative person or you're someone who just wants to talk and just don't mind engaging, where the new voices at? Where are they? Speak your mind. Don't be afraid to speak your mind. I'm an old man. I shouldn't have to hear myself talk for an hour and a half like I've been hearing myself talk. Y'all need variety. Variety of realness, not variety of trash. Because it's about quality, right? If you have something you want to produce, you want to, contribute, do that. Just do it. Don't be afraid. It's weird. It's hard. It is. But look, once you get it and you keep doing it and you enjoy it, that's all that matters. And do it from the kindness of your heart and literally have no expectations, because this is a thankless job depending on what you're producing and the content you're creating. Like if you're looking for a pat on the back for being Captain Sable Crypto, you ain't getting it. You ain't getting it. You ain't getting it. But this leads me to say this before I bounce. The spaces on Twitter, the spaces that y'all use on X. I remember I was very vocal, and I expressed myself about how I felt about the 7-hour spaces that was not recorded. The infamous elephant nodded a room spaces call. 7 hours not recorded. Very vocal about it. And I gave them, I expressed myself fully. When I'm seeing other people who I want to hear talk, right? That you hear them, you want to hear them speak. You want to hear them in their thoughts. Because the 7-hour spaces, I could I already addressed that fully. Like the dude, a liar. They didn't even want to own up to the fact that you wanted the whole community of leaders to band together to break RH Maxis. Didn't even own up to it. Couldn't even own up to that. When the opposing, someone with opposing views wants to speak, or let's say the other side wants to speak, and you go on the spaces and you're talking about legitimate stuff, legitimate issues, all this stuff, and you also are not recording whatever you got going on, what good is that doing you? And what good is that doing the fellow people that you want to address that are dealing with the same. And you're talking about certain things that affect everybody indirectly or directly, dealing with the coins you're talking about. What good does it do if you don't record the stuff? Because it's as if it didn't happen. I don't understand that. I just saw something and I'm not getting on, you know what I mean? It's just what it is. It's like me, like I'm doing this here. I record this information and it's left on the internet, it's left on YouTube. But imagine if I'm recording this information, documenting, talking, blogging, streaming, and after every stream, I delete it. Or after every stream, I put it on private or unlisted. What's the point? What's the point of that? I'm playing myself. And I'm doing a disservice. Because then there's no point in being a creator. I might as well just turn on the device or communicate with a group of people. We just have our own private situation going and leave it at that. You're having a private situation in an open public forum like X. Record it. You might as well, why is it even private? Because anybody and everybody could attach to it, right? Unless you block people, speak your mind in an open way and have it documented so someone in the future or other people can go back, replay, listen to it. New people who are coming into the space can see what's going on. Because if you shared any valuable information, no one heard it. It no longer becomes useful. I don't understand why people do that. Agenda 69, what's going on? I appreciate that. Appreciate the nickel game. Appreciate that. The super sticker. Shout out. Agenda 69, longtime supporter. Tin Top is everywhere. You're never there. What's up, Mexicans? He said. El Sizzle, who believes the hardest? Well, that's the question. That's the question in crypto, right? Who believes the hardest? 93K BTC, y'all. 93K. No, but there's, going back to what I was saying, there was a stream, man, of spaces that damn, man, y'all need to record that, man. What's the point? I need to hear what y'all got to say, man. Some of these things that you guys talk about, don't be afraid. If you have enough courage to even go on a device, turn on the spaces and talk, you might as well record it. Unless you're saying something that you don't want people to hear, that you don't want to be held accountable for. The same smoke I gave to those guys, it's like it applies there too. Like it doesn't, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. And you know what? That's just me, because everyone is free to do whatever they want. Everyone is free to do whatever they want. But I'm saying to myself, nah, man, like we need more voices, man. You see something weird that's going on, turn on the thing and just talk your talk, because certain things get drowned out and certain things will never be heard if it's not documented. That's why I create what I create and I leave it where it's at. Anything that no longer is there is due to whatever weird copyright situations, or maybe because something happened with the stream and whatever, and it's private. But 99% of whatever I created remains. 95, I would say, over the 8 years I've been making content. Because it's there, whatever. I don't own this channel. I rent it. It's a pseudo partnership. YouTube calls it a partnership. I call it pseudo partnership because they could take my channel anytime and I got no recourse for it. Right? To save nothing. So I'm thankful in that sense, but at the same time, it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, good people. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one, man. Take care. Be well, be safe, be strong, be vigilant. Don't let somebody come out of nowhere trying to make you believe they got the secret alpha. Meanwhile, you've been respecting your grind. You've been respecting your hustle. You've been respecting your conviction, determination. Don't let anybody throw you off that, yo. I don't care what you're involved with. I don't care what it is. Don't let somebody coming out of nowhere flashing Lamborghinis at you thinking that, oh, yeah, that's the guy. That's not the guy, yo. Lamborghini's materialistic as BS. Don't mean anything in the grand scheme. None of this material stuff mean you don't take this with you when you go. It's what you leave behind that counts, man. What work did you leave behind to add to contribute to the betterment of humanity, man? Not some fucking car. Got nothing to do with whatever whip you driving. Nobody cares about that. No shiny suits. What are you, Diddy? Huh? Fancy bags and big houses and that mean nothing, bro. It means nothing in the grand scheme of things. Because God forbid you fall into some real hardship. No matter how much money you have, none of that can alleviate certain hardship that, people experience in life. That's a fact. So it doesn't matter what somebody with money is going to tell you, open up their book of glizzies and talk to you about 10 coins that they want to invest in and get you all excited, making you think that maybe you should relinquish what you have or to go chase the same coins they chase. And their agenda is not yours. It's their life, not yours. Shout out to Chaz Palminteri from the Bronx Tale. And it's your life, not theirs. Respect that. These people here they lost the plot, yo. And it's sad. At some point, it's really sad. Richard has done things that, I'm like, it would make me scratch my head. That's a fact. But I don't hate the guy. I'm never going to meet this guy. Why should I hate somebody who I'm never going to meet? Like, huh? These people met him and they hate him. They met him. They encourage, just weird activities. Called them, they've been called a cabal for a reason, They've been called a cabal. They move in tandem. Certain things, certain energy they emit, certain aura that they have, right? Certain personality and energy they exude shows a commonality among them. And it's not great. It's not nice. It's not giving. It's not warm. It's not inviting. That makes you feel weird. You're like, yo, Richard, did you okay this? Are you okay with this? We don't know. Because dude been quiet, right? For his own reasons. And then some of us have to just glass half full, be like, nah, he can't be okay with this. But what I'm okay with is just riding this out. Because what's the alternative? A mutual fund? A 401k? What's the alternative? Pension? Social Security? No, I'm going to ride this out. But I'm not listening to talking heads pretending like they have something going on that's going to benefit me. Nah, you're not the guy. You haven't proven it to me. This is the thing. This is the cost, it pays to be the boss. The price you pay to we want to be the boss, you got to pay a hefty price. And a lot of these people don't know. They're not ready for it. They pretend like they are. They're not. That's why you see people join other chains. You've seen people from this community rally who used to be diehard Hexagon. I said this already. I'm going to say it again. Diehard Hexagon. A year ago, they rallied to the green team. For whatever reason, chasing opportunity, chasing money, because making money every day is exhilarating. You want to make money every day, yeah, because things were just too slow and painful for some of these guys. Scared, so you want to launch and launch and launch. You want to jump ship, go to different chain. You want to exercise your quote unquote freedom, be independent. Meanwhile, a lot of your ability to be debt free you got from dumping Hex back in 21. And you shitting on the man that helped you from what you say is his efforts to help Pump X help you become financially independent. You shitting on him now. That shit don't make sense. He helped change your life, you say. And you're shitting on him. You're joining other teams that's dealing with a chain that has disgusting fees to this day. I could understand if the fees were cheaper and cheaper. They're not. Like I told you, I try to give me my little $10, man. It would costing me $75. And you know how the numbers change instantly? It went from 75 to 74 something, and then went up to 77. And I was fully discussed Ethereum. That's your Ethereum. That's your chain. Oh, volume. You know, fair launch. Y'all talking that fair launch. You get, you know, propaganda. Give me my fair way to make money every day. I'm good with that. Give me my fair way to make money and cash out anytime I want every day. That's what more can you ask? Y'all could keep that exit liquidity trash talk. Keep all that, man. You want to have an opportunity to make money in a safe way and cash out whenever I feel like it. You don't think people want to do that? You don't think anybody who tells you otherwise, they're lying. They're lying to you. They're lying. Until that happens, man, I'm writing this out. I'm writing it out. I have no choice. I'm doing this for other people. I'm not doing this just for me. I have no choice. I have a choice, actually. I'm not being honest saying I don't have a choice. I have a choice. Again, mutual fund, stocks, pension, Social Security. Those are my choices. Call writing, option, puts, commodities, minerals, vitamins. What are we doing? Oh no, you want to upstate real estate, development, music, basketball. No, I'm too old, man. I got decades on this rock they call Earth. Too old. Like, go back to school. Assume some more loans, some more debt. Writing this out, y'all. Take care, y'all. Be well.